This is 10.11.6, I think. What system we got? Basically, what I'm doing is just uh, brainstorming and just thinking stuff out of my mind. 'Cause, I have some complications that I have. The problem that um, I don't see. I don't sleep very well. I can't get stuck in sleep. I don't sleep well. This is, I think, is 10.9.6 at AFPCan, and I use this just to stay stable on the end of the server, talking to the server and the AFP server and Apple services and the Apple events for this session. The Apple events for this session are being sent to the server. So, see what I'm on record. Oh, no, record. To the G4? G5? Okay. Oh. Anyhow, what I'm doing here is that this is the AFPCan file, this one here on the right. And what I have done is I've gone to investigate how to get it start running for anonymous exits and entries, multi user, but I don't see exactly the the keyboard, the keypad, the keyboard, the keyword for how to enter it so I can run the home folder for the anonymous and transfer all the files to the Netatalk server. Because the Netatalk kind of transfers, kind of like uses um, um, uses the system that has that problem. A foldering system. See here the homes for the foldering system. This one here, the base register directory, and this is another home. There's an illustration here, but not a special illustration. You following sample is to find that if you want to okay, so what Netatalk is saying in this section is that I have to make an anonymous user for the Ubuntu uh, layer on the Ubuntu system, which there is one already. So I would have to inspect the Ubuntu to see if its ownership is corrected or correctly. When it's corrected, it has a different number on the ownership. When it's correctly, it has a different number ending on a different number part of the layer system. So I'm saying here that some folder path toolbar for username BAZ can be used to enter into a path. So all I have to do for this section is just write. Just bear with me. Okay, right where the folders are over here, up here. All right. This is not going to work right now. I'm just going to leave it running. I'm just going to write anonymous on it. And I have to move the anonymous into a different group. You understand that? I haven't done this since 2000 with the Linux 6.3. So you have to bear with me. It's been quite a while since I used it with Linux turbos a long time ago. So you have to do this in occasions at some point. Where is the freaking broken bracket in this keyboard? Ah, shit. Okay. Oh, is that on? This one is on. Okay. Shit. Open the broken bracket button. This bracket. Okay, so I a heading called anonymous, and at the bottom I have to write path equals foobar where the path is. Okay, for the folder anonymous, the path is all the way down to the root. So I have to write root variable www slash. I gotta go check. I'm gonna save this right now. I'm gonna save it again. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna go check the root path. Um, it's somewhere in here in WF on TMP or WFP on variable. I think it's on the variable folder on the root drive. Uh, yeah, it says FTP there. Okay, I haven't checked because it's been like 5 months since I have checked. On my schedule says that I checked 5 months ago, so I go with that. Okay, so that's how I journal it. Go to pub. Let me see if the folders are entered in there. Yeah, everything is in there. So I go back to etc. Into Netatalk like that, and I ask for the wildcard to open the Earth time for the viewer. My viewer is a Pico viewer, PICO for the viewer. So I have to put down here where I was talking to you about the anonymous header and the path. Okay. And I don't think you can see that. Yeah. You don't see it? You don't see it? You probably don't see it. It's very hard to see. Okay. This is just follow my wording. I'll get a viewer, a window recorder for this on an app or something, so I can record it on the window and put it somewhere else. I'm gonna repeat this later because I'm gonna repeat it later. Why? Because Ubuntu releases a different release rather than Budgie, so I'm gonna have to redo all over again without saving the files. So I'm gonna end up recording it later. So what the path is gonna be here is on variable p slash pub open slash. Okay, so that's where it says we're supposed to land. Okay, now it says here on the wording it says the access rights granted by the server are masked. Okay, I did that. Check that. I told you that I have to check the groupings and everything. That's what it means. Okay, are masked by the access rights granted to a specific or guest units user by the host system. That's under system 5. Okay, the server does not grant more access than the host system grants. Okay, you understand that? Okay, so I'm at that Netatalk sourceforge.net. Okay, that system is done. Okay, this is pretty easy. You shouldn't be scared about this stuff. Okay, what are you scared about? You shouldn't be scared about nothing. Okay, so I say that we can't restart Netatalk or open the session. What we can do is try to see if the file is running uh, upon EOF, upon end of file. So let's see if it does by connecting to a server on the window and asking for the AFP server line to open. Now on my end, you see here I put CJ Angel in my password. Look, my password. And I get dropped to my, you see I have the top anonymous. See, there's the top. But that's a folder that I just made. Okay, I understand what it's saying now. Okay, so it says at the top anonymous here. So it's running all of it on EOF. It's not running on, it's not linked anywhere to the rc.local. If it was linked to rc.local, rc.local is not running anymore on the system, so I gotta press cancel. So what happened here? I misread something, or I missed a piece of writing. Okay, the following sample section defines the AFP volume. Okay, so this is the definition for AFP volume, and the user has full access to the path. The share access via the share name is BIZ. Okay. Okay, so I need to enable the group settings in the ownership for the Ubuntu to talk to the core layer to Unity. We make sure I have access rights to anonymous. So let's see. That's a different group. So we're gonna do that later. So basically, that's all I need to talk to you about. What we inspected today in regards to the AFP Netatalk, and I'm gonna be deploying something here so you can access it via Apple event. Um, Apple event's a lot faster now. They're not that slow. So that's basically everything I have to say. Well, that's basically everything I have to say. If you didn't get anything of what I said here in this video, ask questions. Okay, leave comments. I'll reply on my own time between sleep. And no, I'm kidding. Just don't mind. Just ask a question if you don't understand what's going on. How to deploy a Netatalk server? Because 600 people, I put a little piece of a Netatalk system, and 600 viewers on Snapchat were sending questions, but they were all in Arabic. I can read Arabic. I can only I cannot pronounce Arabic. I cannot read it, and a lot of stuff that I post online, coming from an internal companion, they're like Arabics, and I can't. I only see that. I only see that a lot of answers are coming in, and I select which actually pops up. Um, but on one segment about 3 days ago, in regards to how to drop to the root drive, you have to write sudo -i enter the user password for your own username and then drop it to the floor. When you're on the floor core, there's nothing below that, unless you want to mess around by changing some settings in the file system. Okay. Now, if anybody asks you who did it, said I designed it like that with Linux Torvalds back in 2002. Okay, for this Ubuntu system. This Ubuntu were released later. Um, we're on a big wide network because basically it's a different point in time right now. It's been like 15 years since I thought I'd go on to the Unix world. So this is not any scholar and any university course. This is something you gotta get out of your mind. Get used to it. This is pretty easy university stuff and college stuff for sciences. I get to know how to do it because this is a repeat for me. Uh, and right now I have a problem that I kind of missing sleep. I can't really contain my thought, and I'm having problems. I go outside in the cold and I go, So it's my sleep. It's corrupted. So I gotta talk to my doctor tomorrow about that. See if we can get it fixed. My officer is coming in about 3 hours, uh, and my family service coming in about 4 hours. Representative Dr. Ryder to do something with me in regards to my daily life before I get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a paradox event, and I don't like it. I gotta do a lot of things that have to do with that. Um, so I'm your host, Carl Linda. Thank you very much for listening to my video. I know 4 or 5 of you come, but if you do have questions, when you do have questions, leave the message with the questions here uh, on the comment line, and I will more than glad to help you thoroughly how to tackle this problem if you're going to deploy a Netatalk server. A Netatalk server is an Apple filing system. It's called Apple Filing Protocol. The Apple filing system is on the Netatalk. Now, Ubuntu has claimed a lot of times every system layer update that they're going to get rid of it, but that's not true. That's just going to see how well you get at using it. A lot of people use it in Europe, so you probably have to scramble to the Europe site of the JIT network and then bring down the JIT file and melt it on the Surface core. So that's basically all I have to say for now. Thank you for listening.